Hello everyone, and welcome to my new YouTube channel. This is for reviewing music. I got into music probably a good few years ago, and I got it through hip hop. Nas was kind of the artist that really brought me into the light of exploring music properly. Something that I did whilst exploring music was review music on an app called Notion. It's like a text app, and I would just rate music and review it. And this was kind of a good way for me to explore music and kind of understand more about the art and more about the artist, but also help me explore new genres as well and get a bit more comfortable with music. I kind of want to translate that now onto YouTube in video form for people. So my objective really here is to help build people's knowledge on music, help them find new music that they might like, help develop, help them maybe find something new, right? I want them to get the same kind of experience that I got when I was looking into music, where I'm looking into new genres, new albums, trying to find music that I would like for reviewing. And my idea here with albums is I can, with reviewing albums on this YouTube channel, I hope to show people, albums that I think are really good and give my takes on things. So how I'm going to be running this channel moving forward is, because it's brand new, I need to build genres up, reviews for genres. So when I start a new genre, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it off with an almost perfect album. To some people, this is a 10 out of 10 album. And I'm going to follow that video up with a album that I think is more of a 0 or 1 out of 10. This way, when I review more albums going forward, if they get a 7 out of 10, you kind of get an understanding of a scale of what I deem as a 10 in quality and what I deem is like a 0 or 1 in quality. This is just so that I don't start an album or a genre off with a 7 out of 10 and people just in the comments are like, they don't understand what this 7 means effectively. So the structuring of the reviews will be me explaining the reviews, but I'm also going to give out the ratings of the songs. So the way I'll be doing it is I'll be giving out the ratings for every song, my favorite songs off the album, and then the score, the end score for the album. The end score for the album will be the final score. This is usually just an average of all the songs, and yeah, so something to point out quickly is when I give something a 10, then it's perfect. There's no flaws, there's nothing wrong with the song or the album, and there's nothing better than it, because a 10 out of 10 is 100%. You can't get 101, well, in this case. So if two things have the 10 out of 10, for example, if two songs have two 10 out of 10s, then I deem them both equally as good as each other. They might be, you might prefer one than the other. That's fine. That's music. But in my eyes, I think they're two songs that are just as good as each other. I might prefer one on one day, might not prefer the other on the other day. But I think they're perfect. So this is something that I will be doing. And you'll see a lot more 10 out of 10 songs from my ratings than you'll see any albums, because if I give an album a 10, then there's nothing better than it, only things on the same level. So that is kind of the logic behind the 10s when I give a 10 out. So when I start fleshing out the content a bit more with the reviews, so when I get build my reviews up for genre or across the board, I do plan to do some other type of videos as well. So one of my main videos I would like to do is kind of like introduction albums to a new genre. So for people who are trying to explore new genres and they don't know how to get into them, so this could maybe be like metal, for example, I will be giving out kind of videos with kind of just a few albums. They might be 8 out of 10 albums or 10 out of 10, doesn't really matter. These albums are more for you to get into the genre in a way that it's accessible, so you can develop the ear a bit to like the more difficult on the ear albums that get critically acclaimed. So they're the kind of videos I would like to bring in. I'd also like to bring in hot take videos, because I find hot takes just very interesting, and stuff like bracket lists, I think they're quite fun to do as well. So But that will come after I've developed a bit more reviews coming forward. When I start this channel off, my first genre I will be doing is hip hop, purely because hip hop was the genre that brought me into music properly. I really invested in music through hip hop. It was artists like Nas, like Tupac, like The Roots that really, brought in for me what music was at the time. And I'm going to start off with hip hop because that's what I'm most knowledgeable at. And yeah, the next video will be what I deem as one of the greatest hip hop albums, and then the next will be less such. And I'm going to try and do all types of music of those genres. So I'll be doing music from the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, and for other genres that aren't hip hop, I'll be doing like the 60s, 70s as well, and 50s. You get the point. A bit of a spoiler, but I'll be starting my first review on the Wu-Tang Clan. Enter the Wu-Tang Clan. This will be the first review. You might guess that this is probably the 10 out of 10 or the near perfect album that I'll be doing first. So on that note, please stay tuned and enjoy this journey of reviews that I plan to do in a bit.